Live. Is it working? Okay. All right. I'm Holly Chappell. I'm up at Hope Flower Farm. This is our farm where we grow flowers, where we do styled photo shoots and do educational retreats and workshops up here. So I'm so happy to be here for Flower Magazine. This is one of my greatest places of inspiration. It's always an honor to be involved with them. So today what we're going to do is something that's really super easy. I'm going to talk to you about decorating your Easter table, and we're going to do it with bud vases, which sounds kind of super simple, but I love the fact that it's super simple. And that it's approachable and anyone can do it. So I'm going to kind of talk you through my process, because there is actually an art to doing bud vases. Bud vases do need to be done, they need to be designed, and they need different layers and different heights. So these are some of the bud vases that I pulled out of the cabinet, and I'll kind of talk to you about why I pulled what I pulled. I have, and you'll soon see it, a white ceramic plate, so I want to bring in some whites into the table. And then I have silverware. So I brought out, these are our compotes. This was the Hyder compote. So these little dessert trays will be used to connect to the silverware. I have some contemporary glassware, so I brought in some more contemporary bud vases. These are from CB2, and I just love those. And then I have some vintage film bottles, which is one of my greatest finds. I adore these. The old vintage glass slides actually went into that, and I have like 100 of them, and I adore them. And then I also brought out my cordial glasses. Cordial glasses make the sweetest little bud vase designs, and I first fell in love with this look. I went to Holland and Belgium to study, and my teacher, who could do magnificent and extraordinary things, had set the table with the cordial glasses. So I actually bought these in Bruges, and they've only ever been used in my life for flowers. So you'll see that I just got kind of a hodgepodge. These are from CB2. So what's nice about these is that I'll get something a little bit more substantial. Some of the mouths are bigger, which allows me to get bigger designs. And then I do have these little silver cordials as well, which can be added into the mix. But when I get the pieces designed, I'm going to go down the table and I'm going to do them in varying heights, so that there's interest and that the design is not flat. So this is the CB2. I wanted to also share with you, because I know people are struggling right now to get flowers. These beautiful poppies and ranunculus are from Harmony Harvest. They're a local grower here in Virginia, and these girls are shipping boxes of flowers out, and lovely sister duo with a bunch of children in their home, just like growing crazy right now. And they have something called the Happy Box, which is super fun. And then you know, I want to share these too, because I'm just obsessed with them. These are my daffodils, and most of my daffodils are done, but I have just a few left, and these are from Erin at Floret. So I'm just really thankful to her as well. So I just wanted to share these things. Each one of these flowers is just a treasure to me right now. I know all of you are experiencing a little stress or anxiety about being stuck at home, and there are ways to lift yourself up and make yourself feel better. And I always believe that it's flowers that make us feel better and make our house a home, and that's really how I started designing. Another reason why I love this simple act is because if you don't have a significant garden, you know, individual buds down the table, varying styles, colors, shapes, is an easy way for you to fill your table up and make beautiful designs. When you're doing like a compote, you need 5 or 7 of the same stem So if you only have little bits and pieces in your garden, then this is a great way to design, because you can just use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. These are hellebore from the garden. This is a hosta leaf. Hopefully you have some of these things. In this compote here, this is one of my tulips and the head fell off. So this is a perfect way for me to be able to use those bits and pieces, because every stem is so precious right now. Another fun thing our studio is doing is we have a hashtag going called One Bloom, and we're really encouraging people to keep at least one bloom in their home, because it will, I promise you, make you feel so much better. And not only that, it shows the importance of flowers. And right now, the profession of floristry is really struggling due to COVID, because so many of our farmers are really having difficult times. They're in the fields, they're farming, they're agricultural businesses, so they're to continue working. However, many of the wholesalers have shut down, and flower shops have shut down too. So the flowers are in the field. No one can tend them because they can't afford to continue to take care of the flowers and harvest them when they have no place to go. So the supply chain right now is broken. So if you are a floral designer watching, you know this, but if you are an interior decorator or homemaker, please spread the word that, you know, right now flowers are very, very sacred, and anything you can do to support floral designers, flower shops, or flower farmers, or our wholesalers is just really huge. They need the love just as much as our healthcare providers. So I'm going to, hold on one second, I guess we have a question. Do you have a question?
Oh, let's sneeze.
Oh, my son wants to sneeze. Okay, this is gonna be okay. We're doing really good. We're 5 or 6 minutes in and we haven't messed up yet. Boom. Okay, let's keep going. So I really do, I care very much about what is happening in our world right now. You know, obviously I'm very concerned for everyone's physical health, and I'm so grateful to so many people that are out there on the front line, you know, doing all the things to keep us safe. But I am very concerned about our farmers, very much so, and our wholesalers. This is heuchera. This is a wonderful perennial. It's perfect to make little designs like this. So that is, or coral bells is another name you might know it by. But little bits like this, just little tiny bits like this from your garden can make such a big difference. So I'm just going through, and in something a little bit more substantial like this, I might add in several different types of flowers. Since the mouth is big and I don't want to put a lot of flowers in it, I'm letting this heuchera leaf actually kind of take up some of the space, so that the flowers I put in here are, I just don't have to put as many in because it's closing up that mouth a little bit. So these are one of my daffodils from Erin. I'm going to put another daff in this one, and this one's pretty much ready to go on the table. And I'm just going to get a few more ready for us. Here is my sacred lilac. This is how I started designing 28 years ago. I used to take bunches of lilac to the Leesburg Flower and Garden Show, and that's where I got my start as a floral designer. And then we have gone on to be teaching all over the world, and I also invented my own product line, which you may know about, which is the pillow. This is something that I invented, and Syndicate Sales produced this. And this is how I design my large centerpieces. Actually, Sam, follow me over here. Okay, so this is a design that is made in the pillow, and you can see that underneath, which allows you, this is a sustainable way of designing. There's no floral foam involved. You can continue to recut the flowers. See how dirty my bowl of water is, so that you freshen that back up. Keep the water clean, keep recutting. You also can change this from bowl to bowl, which is really neat. So the fun thing about this is that we do teach it online, and if you go to the link in my bio, you can get a video of me teaching that, and also a link to get the bowl, which is on our inventory, and these pillows, all in one purchase. So that's just for a little bit more advanced. But again, like, I just really want everyone to be designing, no matter how much experience you have. Ooh, look at that big, beautiful tulip. Sorry, I get a little excited. So this is my first year growing tulips. I'd never grown them before because, well, I've grown them in my own personal gardens, but not on a big scale because I was told that the moles and the voles just devour the bulb, and so we've just stayed away from them. You can make this into two little bits. You see that? Okay. And the moles and the voles just, it's like bait for them. So we have been not encouraging. Look at this. You can go this simple too, guys. Just lay it straight in there like that and let it float. Isn't that sweet? I mean, that's beautiful. So we have not been growing the tulips in mass quantities because I didn't feel like we had a safe place to grow them. But one of our friends, Kat Wilrit, one of our chapel designers, she said to grow them on a black tarp. So we put tarp into the garden and started growing. We put the soil on top of the black tarp, planted the tulips, and then the moles and the voles couldn't come up and get them. So having the tulips really inspired me to keep designing this spring. I think I would have been afraid that I didn't really have enough here at the farm without the motivation of those tulips, because we have like a couple thousand. This is another poppy. This poppy is from Harmony Harvest. Look at that. So good. Okay. I have just a few more minutes left, so I'm going to get these in. But you see, like, you see how I have different heights. It's really, really important that you have varying heights. And there's not much in here. I mean, it really is just a very simple design. This is a woodland poppy. I haven't seen these before. I was harvesting at a friend's house yesterday. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And these are baby buds, just the offshoot of the tulip. These are worth having attention as well. Okay. Let me just start putting them out on the table. So if you don't have a big centerpiece on the table, like this guy here, you can just do these bud vases. And you want to do them in varying heights, and you want to mix up and match. Like, I don't want to put the bigger ones all in the same place. I want to vary the height and the thickness, kind of spread it down the whole table. So there's 3 of those. I'll do that. And then you don't want to just do
paused
bud vase by itself. You want to do groupings of 2 and 3. And I thought the lilac really matched the lavender napkins. I need to get some more silver on the table. But look how the table comes to life. And I know that you can do this. This is so easy. What's also nice about the bud vases is that they're easy to move around if you have big platters of food. You know, when you're doing your Easter supper, there's always a lot of food on the table, so this makes it really easy to move things around. I have a lot of children and they don't love a lot of stuff on the table. Wow, that came together pretty quick. And you could keep going, you could fill this completely up. Look at it. So I need a little bit of height. I'm going to add this over here because this is a little flat, this area. And this one looks like a lonely soldier. So some groupings of 3, groupings of 2, and I could continue to just add more to this table because I really love to do that. Like I could stay up here and keep adding and adding and adding. So I'm super excited that I got to be here with you today. I hope that this inspires you to go outside, to just snip even one little bloom and get it in a bud vase. So if you make a beautiful table this Easter or any time over the next couple of weeks, I'd love for you to hashtag one bloom and hashtag Flower Magazine. Thanks for letting me be here this morning. It was a lot of fun.